Hiya, my name is Frizzy. So, it's been a little while since I did a I Draw Your OC video, so now I feel comfortable in uploading a few more of those. Today, we are drawing Bjorn Boarslayer. Now, here's a little funny thing. I know the person who sent this in, like, personally. So now I can make fun of them. Ha ha ha. No, okay. But his username is also Bjorn Boarslayer, but I believe they are two separate entities. Unless they aren't, in which case, that's really funny. Fun fact, this is actually a D&D character in one of my family's D&D campaigns that we run. This is one of the characters. Funnily enough, I actually have drawn him on the channel before. See here. Oh gosh. I'm still no better at drawing armor, however, I did try my darndest this time. Quick thing, if you hear A, rooster noises, B, hammering sounds. That's just the normal ambience. I don't have the patience to wait for a quiet day. The hammering sounds is because there's always construction, and my sister, I believe, is currently hammering rivets into her coat for the aesthetic, so that's really cool. Our roosters are just really talkative right now, and I refuse to close the windows because it's dreary and gray and wet outside, and I just think that's delightful. So I decided to go for kind of more of a landscape shot. In places like this, where like clouds kind of hang low, sunrises and sunsets usually look really nice because there's nothing to obscure them, nothing to block them, so they're usually quite majestic. There's not a lot of color to be had in this picture, so I wanted to add some color to the sunrise just to kind of really liven it up a little bit. I'm not sure if I was able to get across the idea that it was a lot of frozen grass and stuff, kind of like this kind of terrain. I certainly tried, and it looks like that to me, but I've noticed something about my drawings. I can sometimes draw something and then it looks like something to me, but then other people are just like confused because they don't see it. I think that's because I've kind of projected what it looks like to me. I wanted to make sure that he stuck out, so tried to make sure that there was a lot of contrast between him and the background, although I think his colors did end up being too warm. I'm fairly certain I fixed that later, but... So I'll read the actual email to you, just this once. Hi. I no good at draw, so I make 3D model. He named Bjorn. He religious barbarian orc guy. Very poetic. I like it. Luckily for me, I actually know the whole story here. Well, most of the story. So, Bjorn is a pale orc barbarian cleric. He's very devoted to Krog, the god of luck and war, I think. It's been a while since we had a session. Anyone who plays D&D knows that that's the real dragon that needs slaying is schedules. I drew him here in his homeland, which is Gorath. It's basically a miserable snow plain where nobody lives except for the orcs. I did skip the sketch for this one because it was mostly just me struggling with proportions. I'm not really good at drawing bulky characters, so this was definitely new for me. This friend, by the way, he's really good at making armor and weapons and stuff, so I was like kind of nervous making this, trying to follow the model exactly because I don't know how armor and weapons work, and especially because this is his character, I want to do it justice, you know? So I really spent a lot of time drawing this armor, but I think it turned out really well. Even if it's not quite accurate, it aesthetically I think looks nice. Bjorn is basically the epitome of everything I suck at drawing, so I feel like I did pretty good, you know, for being a bulky, armor-wearing, axe-wielding fella. I feel like I did pretty good. So now I start going in with the rendering. Armor is not my strong suit, but I feel like this armor did turn out good. Of all the armor that I have drawn in my life, which is not a lot, I feel like it turned out good. That's usually my go-to for materials like metals and things, is just to make sure that the shading is following the shape and also that any light that hits it is going to be sharper. This can change on softer surfaces if it's a very stark light source, for example, focused light like a flashlight or focused sunlight, things like that. And after all that, I messed with the colors for a very long time, trying to make sure he stuck out. I couldn't decide if I wanted it to be cooler toned or warmer toned to make sure the reds popped out. I went for a cooler tone because I wanted it to feel a bit more wistful. So we ended up with something like this. Bjorn Boarslayer, I hope you like this portrait of you. That's pretty much it, I think. And with that, I bid you farewell, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Oh. Yo, today's pollinator week? Oh, so we're just like celebrating bees and certain kinds of wasps and butterflies? That's nice. Well, you learn something every day, don't you? I love bees. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Bye-bye.